Women have an almost supernatural ability to perceive things that men don't even imagine. They analyze gestures, behavior, tone of voice, and even the way a man enters a room. And when it comes to a Sigma male, the reaction is instant. Something about his energy makes him stand out without even trying. He's not the typical dominant man, nor just another follower in the crowd. He is a rare, unpredictable type, and that's why women notice him without hesitation. Here are 8 things women instantly perceive in a Sigma male. Let's begin. Number 1. He doesn't seek validation. Imagine this. A woman walks into a cafe and sees 2 men sitting near the counter. One is leaning forward, exaggerating his gestures as he tells a story about his great success in business. Every now and then, he glances sideways to see if she's listening. The other man sits calmly, enjoying his coffee without rush, flipping through a book, or simply observing with a slight smile. He's not trying to impress anyone, nor does he seem to notice that someone is watching him. Guess which one captures her attention? Sigma males have something that unsettles many women. They don't seek validation. They don't need anyone to tell them they are interesting, successful, or attractive. They already know, and that confidence is felt. While others seek applause, a Sigma moves with calmness, as if the world were a stage, and he's the only actor who doesn't need the audience's approval. And that is irresistible. Number 2, his body language is relaxed yet firm. She walks into a crowded room. Background music, conversations, laughter. Her eyes scan the room until they stop on one man. He's not the tallest or the strongest, but something about him stands out. While others shift restlessly, check their phones, or look around for someone to impress, he stands there, relaxed, as if everything is under control. His back is straight, shoulders at ease, one hand in his pocket, the other calmly holding his drink. He doesn't cross his arms defensively. He's not hunched over, trying to go unnoticed. His posture says, "I'm comfortable anywhere, I don't need to prove anything." Women notice this instantly. It's not arrogance, it's pure confidence. While some try to take up space, he does so effortlessly, without noise, without seeking attention. And that makes him unforgettable. Number 3, his gaze is deep and direct. She's in a restaurant, chatting with her friends. Suddenly she feels something strange, a sensation that's hard to explain. She looks up, and there he is, a man sitting a few tables away, observing calmly, not staring in an intrusive way, nor with that anxious look of someone who doesn't know what to do with his hands. His expression is composed, secure. He doesn't quickly look away like someone caught in the act, nor does he flash an exaggerated smile to seek approval. He just looks, and that's enough to make the rest of the noise disappear for a moment. Women notice this instantly. It's not a gaze that pressures, nor one that seeks validation. It's the gaze of someone unafraid to be seen exactly as he is. A Sigma doesn't avoid eye contact, but he also doesn't use it as a cheap trick. His look says, "I'm here. I see you, but I don't need anything from you." And that leaves her thinking. Number 4, he speaks little, but when he does, he leaves a mark. A group of friends is gathered at a party. One guy won't stop talking, exaggerating stories, using big gestures and laughing at his own jokes. He wants to be the center of attention. In a corner, another man listens with a slight smile, calm, in no rush to interrupt. He doesn't try to force himself into the conversation or steal the spotlight. But at the right moment, when everyone is already tired of the noise, he drops a short, precise sentence, something so well said that everyone immediately turns to look at him. The woman who was distracted now notices him, not because he spoke the loudest, but because what he said carried weight. A Sigma doesn't waste words. He doesn't speak to fill silences or to impress, and that makes him stand out. His voice isn't the loudest, but it's the one that's most remembered, because when a Sigma speaks, everyone listens. Number 5, he doesn't seek female approval. A woman is at a bar with some friends. In front of her, a guy she barely knows is already showering her with compliments every 5 minutes. "I've never seen such a beautiful smile. Are you always this charming?" And of course, every time he says something, he looks at her, waiting for a reaction, as if his self-esteem depended on her response. A few meters away, a Sigma man is there, relaxed, making no effort to stand out. He doesn't ignore her, but he doesn't chase her either. He's not throwing rehearsed lines or trying hard to win her over. He speaks calmly, as if he has nothing to prove. And precisely because of that, she notices him. A Sigma doesn't seek approval because he doesn't need it. He doesn't care whether someone finds him attractive or interesting, and that indifference, paradoxically, makes him the center of attention. While others beg for validation, he just goes on with his life, and that makes him unforgettable. Number 6. He doesn't follow trends. He has his own style. It's Friday night and a group of friends walks into a trendy bar. Most of the men look the same. Tight-fitting shirts, spotless white sneakers, and perfectly styled hair. They seem like they came out of the same factory. But among them, there's one who stands out. Not because he's dressed extravagantly or wearing designer clothes, but because his style is his own. He doesn't follow the latest trends or try to impress with brand names. His outfit is simple, but it's clear he wears it because he likes it, not because someone said, "This is what's in style now." Women notice him instantly, not because of the clothes themselves, but because he looks comfortable in them. He doesn't try to fit in or stand out artificially. His style exudes confidence without needing words. While others look like characters from a catalogue, he's the only one who seems real. And in a world full of imitators, that makes him unique. Number 7. He is unpredictable but reliable. A woman is used to men who act like a clock. They always text at the same time, always reply within minutes, always do the same thing on Friday nights. They are predictable, almost as if they were following a manual. Then she meets a Sigma. One day, he replies in seconds. The next, it takes him hours, not because he's playing hard to get, but because he's busy with his own projects. One Friday, he disappears to go hiking alone, and another, he unexpectedly shows up at an art exhibition. He doesn't follow monotonous routines, but when he says he'll be somewhere, he is. When he makes a promise, he keeps it. Women notice this instantly. He is neither unstable nor someone who plays emotional games, but he is also not boringly predictable. He has his own life, yet he is someone you can rely on. And that mix of mystery and reliability makes him absolutely addictive. Number 8. His presence is felt even when he doesn't make a sound. A group of friends is gathered in a cafe. There are laughs, animated conversations, people speaking louder than necessary to ensure everyone hears them. But in a corner, there is a man who doesn't need to raise his voice or make grand gestures. He isn't trying to draw attention, and yet, without knowing how, the women in the room notice him. It's not because he has the best clothes or is the tallest, it's his energy. There's something about the way he moves, how he sits with confidence, the calmness with which he observes his surroundings that makes his presence felt. He doesn't need to interrupt or impose himself. And that makes him even more intriguing. Women sense this immediately. In a world where most people try too hard to stand out, a man who simply is becomes impossible to ignore. Sigma men don't seek attention, yet they get it. They don't try to impress, yet they leave a mark. They don't play games to be someone they're not, and that's exactly what makes them irresistible. In a world where many follow trends, seek approval, or depend on external validation, the Sigma is different. He is the kind of man who walks to his own rhythm, moves with purpose, and doesn't need to prove anything because he already knows who he is. Women perceive this instantly. It's not about rehearsed lines or techniques to appear attractive. It's about confidence, independence, and authenticity. A man who doesn't need permission to be himself is a man who is unforgettable. If you identified with these signs, it's because you have more of a sigma in you than you think. And if you want to keep learning about mindset, psychology, and personal development, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and turn on the notification bell. Now, I'll leave you with another video that perfectly complements this topic. Click on it and keep learning. See you in the next one.